You know, there's a part of our own planet we know less about than the surface of Mars. It's a place of crushing darkness and truly unimaginable pressure. So today, we're going to take a journey there, all the way from the sunlit surface of the ocean down to its deepest, most mysterious point.
So, let's kick this off with a fact that is genuinely hard to wrap your head around. We're always looking up at the stars, thinking about the next great frontier, right? But what if it's right here? We humans have only explored about 5% of Earth's oceans. That means a staggering 95% is still a complete mystery.
I mean, just think about this for a second. We have more detailed, high-resolution maps of the surface of Mars, which is, 54 million kilometers away, than we do of the bottom of our own seas. We literally know more about our cosmic neighbors than we do about huge parts of our own home.
And if you need more proof, just look at the numbers. 12 astronauts have walked on the moon, an amazing achievement, but only 3 people, just 3, have ever been to the deepest point in the ocean. The final frontier? Turns out it might have been right here all along. Okay, so let's begin our descent. We're starting out in the familiar, vibrant world of the sunlight zone. This is the ocean we all picture, right? It's teeming with fish, beautiful coral reefs, all warmed by the sun. But, we won't be staying here for long. So right away, we're passing 40 meters. That's pretty much the limit for recreational scuba divers. Most of the sea life you'd recognize lives up here. But as we keep going, the world around us is going to start to change. And fast. The light is already starting to fade. And now we're passing 332 meters. This is pushing the absolute limits of what a human being can endure. It's the record-breaking depth reached by a diver named Ahmed Gabr. To put that in perspective, he dove a distance that's equivalent to the entire height of the Eiffel Tower. Just incredible.
And here we go, we've just crossed a major threshold. At 200 meters down, we officially enter the twilight zone. Now, only 1% of the sun's light makes it this far. The world just fades into this permanent, kinda eerie dusk. The creatures down here are different. Many have to produce their own light just to hunt or hide.
We're now beyond the reach of even the planet's most impressive animal divers. The blue whale, the largest animal to ever live on Earth, it maxes out its dives at around 500 meters. We are leaving the familiar world very far behind us now.
Okay, now we're at 830 meters deep. That's as deep as the Burj Khalifa is tall. And for the first time, you can really feel the pressure. It's so intense here, it would be like having a small car just balanced right on top of your head. All right, let's get to the next stage of our descent, because this is where the journey gets truly extreme. We are now entering the midnight zone and beyond. From here on out, sunlight is gone, completely. And the pressure? Well, it becomes almost unimaginable. So to really understand this pressure, forget numbers. Let's think in elephants. Seriously, at 1,000 meters, the force on your body is like one elephant standing on you. By 3,800 meters, it's like having 4 elephants balanced on just your fingertip. And by the time we hit 6,000 meters, it's the weight of 7 full-grown elephants on your head. The force isn't just increasing, it's becoming absolutely terrifying.
Just past 1,000 meters, we cruise past the point where even a hardened, military-grade submarine would be crushed like a tin can by the pressure. We are now in a place that is totally off-limits to everything except for the most specialized vehicles ever built by humankind.
We keep going down into the total silence and the dark, and at 3,800 meters, we arrive at a famous and very solemn landmark, the final resting place of the RMS Titanic. It's been lying here for over a century.
And this exact depth is also a very stark, very modern reminder of the danger down here. It was right around this depth, in 2023, that the Titan submersible tragically imploded, a victim of the very same crushing pressure we're talking about. This is an incredibly hostile environment.
But even here, life persists. And down here, we find creatures that look like they're straight out of science fiction. The giant squid, patrolling the dark with eyes the size of dinner plates, just to capture any tiny photon of light. And deeper still, the iconic anglerfish, using its own bioluminescent lure to hunt in the pitch blackness.
So we've descended past the wreckage of history, and we've moved through this bizarre alien ecosystem. Now, we enter the final zone, the Hadal Zone. Yeah, it's named after Hades for good reason. We are heading for the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Now, you might think we're completely disconnected from the world down here, but actually, the exact opposite is true. Running along the seafloor at 6,000 meters are the fiber optic cables that carry pretty much the entire internet. The very fact that you're watching this, your emails, your messages, it's all passing through this impossibly remote and hostile place. Wild, right?
Reaching the very bottom has always been a massive challenge. I mean, on the very first attempt back in 1960, the crew had to race back to the surface after just 20 minutes because their submersible's viewing window actually started to crack under the pressure. It took over 50 years before filmmaker James Cameron made the next successful trip. The difficulty is just immense.
And now, we've arrived. Challenger Deep. At nearly 11,000 meters down, this is it, the deepest known point in our oceans. Think about the cruising altitude of a commercial airplane. That's how far down we are. We are farther below sea level than Mount Everest is above it.
And the pressure? Well, it's almost beyond comprehension. The weight of all that water above us is equivalent to having 90, that's 90 full-grown elephants all standing on the tip of your finger. It's the absolute maximum pressure you can find on planet Earth.
Logically, nothing should be able to survive here. You've got the crushing pressure, near-freezing temperatures, and total absolute darkness. And yet, against all odds, something impossible exists down here, and that is life.
I want you to consider the Mariana snailfish. It's the deepest living fish ever discovered. It looks delicate, right? Almost ghostly. But at any given moment, the total pressure being exerted on its small body is over 1.7 million kilograms. That is more than the entire weight of a Boeing 777 airplane. How it survives is a question scientists are still desperately trying to answer.
This whole incredible journey has taken us to the deepest point that we know of. But just remember where we started. This is just one single spot inside that tiny 5% of the ocean we've actually explored, which really leaves you with the final, lingering question, doesn't it?
The vast majority of our own planet remains a complete mystery.